We live in a world of TikTok and 6-second attention spans. Why does live theater still matter? Why should a tech entrepreneur or a CEO care about what New City Players is putting on stage?
With the introduction of TikTok, with the change in the algorithmic structure of social media in the last couple of years, where everything has become television, everything has become an endless scroll of video entertainment that is designed to generate some sort of pleasure or generate our desire to stay on the platform, right? These are the things that concern me about these products specifically, is that they basically play on our basest instincts as human beings to keep our attention so that they can keep us on the platform, so they can advertise to us, so that they can make money off
Right, like
off
the
us.
Social Dilemma documentary.
We are the product, right? And value is being extracted from us. And the only thing we have is our attention. And our attention is under complete and full assault all day, every day, with the supercomputers in our pockets and the social platforms, and calling them even social platforms, I think it's a bold-faced lie now. They're not social media. You know, what was the recent report where Facebook was it was like was it an FCC? You're gonna have to cut this out or fix this, but it was some sort of thing where they were being sued, and their argument was like, listen, only 7% of things people see on Facebook are their friends anyways. We're not a social media company. We're just a media company, right? Was basically the argument. So it's like, to protect themselves from litigation, they admitted that this is not a platform to connect people and generate friendship and relationship. And so I have found that like this change into endless video addictive scrolling, this brain rot that is happening with these platforms, it's anti-human. It is, you know, love it or hate it, we have flesh, we have bodies, we have minds that we barely understand how they work. We have consciousness that people have been trying to explain for thousands and thousands of years. It's still unknown to us. You know, they're talking about AI becoming, you know, these AI agents becoming conscious, but what does that even mean? We're not even quite sure how to define that. And I think beyond that, we have a soul or a spirit, or that there is something else within the human that is immaterial. Call it the mystery, call it the universe, call it God, you know, call it whatever you want, but there's something else going on. To me, the theater is a sacred space where the realities of the human being, physical presence, the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit, are celebrated in its purest form.
And that makes sense to me because, you know, all the TikTok stuff and the low attention spans of what you said about Facebook, right? That they're really a media company, which is what they admitted to the FCC. They're not a social platform. All that goes against your mission of community flourishing.
I think the call to the entrepreneur or the tech CEO is, if you want to build a product that is truly about human flourishing, I think knowing about humans is helpful to that. Right. And theater is a place where we go and we learn what it means to be human. We're reminded what it means to be human. We're reminded of the dignity of human beings. We're reminded of the struggles and the pain of human beings. We go to the theater and we see our own experience on stage. And movies are similar to this as well, right? We see our own experience and we're saying, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. This feels good. Or we see an experience we didn't know existed and we say, whoa, those people are struggling in that way? Like, I just expanded. My consciousness just expanded. My empathy muscles just grew a little stronger. And so if we're wanting to make a world where humans are flourishing and they're not just being extracted for their value, extracted for profit purposes, you know, I think the theater is a place where we are reminded of that and learn how to do that.
New City Players is celebrating 10 years. It's growing. But has there been a moment in the last decade, maybe a dark night of the soul, where you looked at the books or the stress and thought, I need to quit. I can't do this anymore. What kept you in the game, Tim?
Those early years, if we had $10,000 in the bank, it was like,
we made it.
We're amazing. We're going to be okay. You know, there were multiple times where I was opening a show owed people money, owed actors money, and was waiting on a donor check to come in or waiting on the ticket sales from that first weekend to come in just so I could, pay the actors $500. We were not paying that much at the time.
Literally hand to mouth, right?
Yes. And so those early years were challenging for that reason. I'll say the benefit of being in your 20s and being stupid is you have so much energy.
Young and dumb.
The pandemic was a really challenging time, right? The company sort of receded for a while. We did a lot of online stuff, but we lost the venue we were performing in. We went through a bit of an identity crisis. We stopped operating for a little while, and when we came out of it, we were at a new venue that was 20 minutes north of where we had been, and it was kind of like we had to rebuild. We lost audience. Live arts in general lost audience, but we lost audience just from a geographic standpoint. And so that first year coming back, and also I had pivoted to growing my video production company and focusing more on producing short films and acting because there was no live theater, right? During the pandemic, so I was like, okay, I got to make money in a different way. And so when I came back, it was like, I think I was being paid $500 a month to rebuild this thing. So it was truly like side hustle, passion project, doing this for the love of it.
And that's really the part. Really, it's the passion that kept you in the game, no matter what.
That's certainly a part of it. I love having a sandbox to play in. And now, like the culture we've built at the company, the people who are around me who help me make the theater. I love these people. I'd bury bodies for them. They're such talented artists and good human beings. I think the thing, though, that ultimately keeps me wanting to do this, because it's not a way to get rich or make a ton of money. It is for the love of it in a lot of ways, but it is seeing the impact on the audience, having that conversation after the show where someone has tears in their eyes and they say, I've never seen my experience represented like that on stage.
Yeah, you want to really touch people.
Yeah, that is so impactful and meaningful. And we just opened a show this past weekend and had people in tears in the lobby saying that was just like really powerful. And we don't talk about these issues enough. And like, okay, I'll be back tomorrow.
If you enjoyed this video and want to watch more just like it, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire episode, click right here.